What's good, YouTube? Travysty here, and today we have our very first battle of the Pokemon Invitational Cup. Now, as you guys may know, we are... I don't know if you guys just heard my cat right there, but my cat just went absolutely nuts. Now, without further ado, guys, as you guys may know, I am the coach for the Carolina Castforms, and this is my first ever league match, so I'm super hyped for this. This is a super entertaining battle. So this is one thing I do want to go ahead and put out there. I was going to upload the live comm for this video, however, it did end up corrupting, so I am just going to do a post comm on it. Hawker is my opponent. He is the coach of the Butterfrees, and yeah, so we're going into this. This is actually a really hype match for me, just because I probably wouldn't join this league if it wasn't for the fact that I saw Hawk post this on Twitter, and I put in to see if I could join, and I ended up being able to join. So this is a huge match for me in terms of I really want to perform well, and this is, like I said, a really good match. So without further ado, without any spoilers, let's go ahead and get into the match. I need to turn this music off because I don't like the music. He's going to send out Refinement here. I just want to go ahead and look at the teams real quick. He ran Crocodile, Chestnut, Gardevoir, I almost called him Crestnut, Gengar, and Melodic. So when I immediately look at his team, I know this is going to be the bulkier set, Melodic. I've decided to lead Darmanitan because I figured Donphan didn't really have a good lead against much of anything on his team besides the Heatran. So I decided, you know what, I'll go with Darmanitan. Darmanitan is packing superpower, so if it's anything on his team, it's fine, and I can U-turn out. So I decided, okay, well, on fleek is the best way to go. I brought my Mega Manectric, my Mega Latios, not Mega Latios, my Latios, Jirachi, Keldeo, Donphan, and Darmanitan. It's very interesting because I actually did think he was going to go either Heatran or Crocodile first. But this is a very interesting set that he decides to run. I go for the U-turn, and I actually take Rocky Helmet damage. This is going to play a theme in this match because that Rocky Helmet is beyond annoying. So I'm going to go into Manectric here because I'm thinking, alright, I can force him out. He's going to set up a light screen here, which automatically scares me. But I think he's light clay. Well, I know he's not light clay anymore. And originally I would have thought he was light clay if I didn't go for that U-turn and saw the Rocky Helmet damage. However, I did not think he would want to stay in. Volt Switch is going to hurt this Melodic really badly. So I actually decided to make a gamble here and go for a Hidden Power Ice. I was expecting Crocodile to come in. I really was. He goes for a Scald, and that's a crit. That actually really matters in this battle. Because that knocks Manectric below half HP. If he gets up rocks, Manetric's really going to be hurting. So I decided to go out and to drop him. He's going to go for a Scald here. I resist it. As long as I don't get burned, I am completely fine with this matchup. So I'm going to actually make a prediction for him to go for his Gardevoir. As I'm going to send out 11-11 to Jirachi. So be sure to make a wish, ladies. As he is going to go into the Widowmaker Gardevoir. I predicted correctly. I decided to just go ahead and go for the Iron Head. It's safe. It hurts. This is a Jolly Jirachi as well. This thing is Jolly Assault Vest. I decided to go Assault Vest because it can eat up special hits from a majority of his team. And I just really thought it would be very interesting because we do have the Battle Spot item rule where you can only have one of each item. So I was just looking at it and I was like, you know what, why not? I'm going to have leftovers on Donphan. I go for the Drain Punch here, and it does catch him off guard. He wasn't expecting that. I'm able to get off a good Drain Punch. He's going to switch out in Melodic, knowing that I am going to be offensive, physical, and yeah, that's going to be his best switch. Static Shock comes in. Static Shock, this really is a terrible matchup for Static Shock, as I am just going to Volt Switch out, I believe. Yes, I just decided to Volt Switch. I got a crit on Heatran, which is pretty big, because that means I can actually just go into Jirachi and click Drain Punch, which that kills off his Heatran. Jirachi able to take out the Heatran. That was really big right there, was the fact that Jirachi was able to take that out. Now this thing comes in with Intimidate, which actually terrifies me. I don't know what he's going to go for. He goes for a knockoff here, so he knocks off my choice bets. He gives me Justified. If only I was offensive. If only I was Terrakion right here. He's going to go into Chestnut. I'm going to go for Hydro Punch. Unfortunately, I do miss it. I think that would have done a decent amount of damage. I'm going to go for the Icy Wind, get the crit, lower his speed, and he's going to go for a Leech Seed right here and start to try and get some of his HP back. So here, I'm just like, alright, I have to switch out on this one. I'm going to go into Latios here, as I am going to predict for him to either stay in or switch. There's no really reason for him to switch because I thought he was going to go for a Spiky Shield there. He does predict me and just goes for the Leech Seed. I go for the Defog here, knowing that the Gardevoir was going to come in on this, as I can't do anything to him. So I'm just going to go into Jirachi here. He's going to Mega Evolve and go for a Hyper Voice right here. Now with that being said, Jirachi gets to stay in and go for a move of his choice. I go for an Iron Head. I really wish I U-turned there because that took 17%. Or a Drain Punch would have been nice too. I don't have Rots on my side of the field, so Manectric won't be getting hurt by that. I decided to go for Hidden Power again. I really over predicted. I could have killed this freaking piece of poo, Melodic. As Melodic is going to pick up the kill on Mega Manectric. I really outplayed myself on Mega Manectric here. So I'm going to go for the recover here because I don't believe he can do anything to me, as he's going to recover as well. And I'm going to actually switch out into Keldeo, predicting for him to switch out as well. So he goes into his Mega Gardevoir. And I'm really not worried about this. I can go for Hydro Pump. I know I outspeed. It's going to Hyper Voice. It is going to kill, but I do bring it down to 50%. Which is pretty big, because now I get to go out into Darmanitan and I can click Flare Blitz and probably pick up the kill. But I decided to go for a U-turn here, which that Rocky Helmet, like I said, is the theme of this match. It hurts. It really does. So I'm going to bring out Latios, just because Latios does fight this Pokemon fairly well. Unfortunately, I have Psyshock or Life Orb. I can't kill it with a Draco. Draco does 61%. So I need for a Paralyze to happen. He sets up a light screen here. I'm going to go ahead and withdraw, and I'm seeing this as my chance to go ahead and get off my Stealth Rocks. So I'm going to go for my Stealth Rocks. He's paralyzed, and I'm just like, you know what? What's the shame in Earthquake in here? He can't kill me with a Scald right off the get-go. I decide to go for another Earthquake. This is going to drop him low enough for Draco to be able to kill. Light screen just wore off. I'm going to go for another Earthquake here. It's going to bring him down low enough. I'm just really just trying to go for these Earthquakes. Bring him down low enough to where I'm able to do my thing with Latios. Because this thing needs to die. I get a crit here. Drops it down to 49%. He goes for a Scald and kills Fanny Pack. Then I go out into my Latios here, and I decide that I'm going to switch out to predict the Gardevoir. As he switches out into Gardevoir again, I get the switch in that I really wanted. I get the Iron Head off. He could have switched out into Melodic, but I would have killed it. And he's going to go out into this thing. This is a problem here, as he just goes for knockoff and kills my Jirachi. This is going to be very unfortunate for me, because now I'm going to have to go into my Darmanitan. My Darmanitan, though, is Choice Scarf, so I know I will be able to do something. However, I did not notice he actually is slower than regular Jirachi. So what that means, guys, is he is indeed Scarfed, and I did not realize it until this moment. So it's one of those things where I'm just it's really unfortunate, because Scarf Crocodile is really hard for me to play around. So I can still win here. Flare Blitz does kill Melodic. He's going to go out into his defensive Chestnut. I'm going to Flare Blitz, and I'm hoping I can live. I don't. Recoil does kill, unfortunately enough. And that means that is actually going to be game here, because he's going to bring out his Scarf Crocodile, and Latios is not going to be able to live this as much as I would love it to. That is a dead Latios. So that was actually a really intense battle for me. I'm actually proud of this battle. I think this is probably one of the more competitive matches I'm hoping that I see this week. Don't get me wrong, I'm hoping to see some competitive matches, but you know, if I lose, I want to see that I gave up the biggest fight. This was honestly Scarf Crocodile was his win condition, and the Melodic with the Rocky Helmet was really good. I had a lot of good predictions, but I also over-predicted. So if you guys could take anything away from this, it's just don't over-predict, guys. Just go for what's safe at times, and you will be fine. But Stealth Rocks, Gengar was Focus Sash. He did confirm that with me, so getting my Stealth Rocks up was the good play. Basically, he was sacking everything. That way Darmanitan would just die. I should have preserved Darmanitan when Chestnut came out. My issue was I actually had a distraction happen. I'm not going to make an excuse because it's still, I lost the battle fair in Square. I had a lot of distractions going on. If you guys had the live comm, you guys would hear dogs barking like crazy, and I was having to continuously leave and get the dogs back in, and it was a mess. And that all happened at the end of the battle, and I accidentally just came in and Instinct took over, and I Flare Blitzed instead of switched out into Latios. If I switched out into Latios, I think I would have actually won, because I could have just dropped the Draco and brought in Darmanitan. I'm not sure, though. I wouldn't have been intimidated, and I would have been able to Flare Blitz at least one more time. And if he made a misplay there, it could have gone, but it was forced on him making a mistake at that point. So, without further ado, guys, great game to Hawker, to Stu. Like I said, it was a great match, and me and him both felt the effects of it. We both were freaking crazy about it. We both were turned around and were like, this is probably the most competitive match we had. So, I'm definitely excited for it. I hope I'm able to take away from this and start on my winning ways and meet him again in the playoffs. Next week, I do believe we will be going against... I'm not sure who we'll go against. However, I'm excited for him. I'm going to start team building immediately, and let's see if I can actually come out with the W. Without further ado, guys, subscribe if you guys haven't today to join YouTube's greatest travesty. And like I said, be sure to check out all of the Pokemon Invitational Cup battles that are going on right now. They are going to be absolutely phenomenal, and I'm excited to watch everybody's battles. Without further ado, guys, have a great day.